Ah, hey, look at this air vent. There's actually air coming out of here. It's an inspirational story in the car world, defying the odds. Even when no one believed in you, you proved them all wrong. The Xpeng MONA L03. Take a look. Before we dive into the L03, let's do a quick recap. The Xpeng M03 sedan has already delivered 280,000 units. Can you believe that? Now, a new chapter has begun with the era of the SUV. The L03 is no ordinary car. Today, I'd call it the first Ferrari for young people. A product designed by a genuine Ferrari designer. As you know, Xpeng's designer is now Juanma. Master Juan is the real deal, a designer who has actually worked on Ferraris. So, will we see some sports car elements in this car? Let's take a look. First, the front end. I think the Mona series is very inspiring because, frankly, the M03 sedan became a hit, even when most people were skeptical. And this time, I think the L03's design language continues the family look. Mona now has a consistent design language. Look at these headlights. Although it's Xpeng's new design language, you can tell it's a Mona at a glance. But these lights are different. They feature 400 LEDs this time. With so many LEDs integrated into this Mona, it's almost not like a Mona anymore. Haha. Standing here and taking a first look, I'm already getting a bit of a sports car vibe from the front end. Guys, look at this small fender and the slight bulge, right? There's a strong sense of muscularity on both sides, and you can see the front is very low. Even though it's an SUV, sitting like this feels effortless. A low front end means something special, which we'll experience soon. Let's keep looking down. This car features an active AGS front grille. Also, I should mention it has dual power capability. Besides the pure electric version, there's also the Super Range Extender. The Super Range Extender offers a range of 1,300 kilometers, while the pure electric CLTC range is 630 kilometers. I think now that manufacturers are offering these long-range extenders, when talking to new users about range, you can just give them a huge number, always over 1,000. Relatively speaking, the Super Range Extender is much easier to explain to users in terms of range anxiety, and with dual power capability, this Xpeng model can be easily deployed globally without worrying about infrastructure. This includes both developed and developing countries. With a 1,300 kilometer range, you can sell it anywhere without a care. Once you have this super long-range architecture, you can even deploy dual Turing systems. Wow, with 1,500 TOPS of computing power, anything's better than nothing. We're getting a bit sidetracked. Let's get back to the front end. With the AGS active grille shutter, its drag coefficient is down to 0.228. You might not realize, but that's top 5 among SUVs. So, don't doubt Xpeng's ability to manage drag for new energy vehicles. Guys, this car isn't actually that long. It's very compact. With a length of 4650 and a wheelbase of 2850, they've clearly put a lot of design work into the aerodynamics. They must have all the underlying know-how. Otherwise, they couldn't hit 0.228. Now, the side profile of the Mona L03 looks very agile and refined. Where's the refinement? They've even optimized the gaps in the front and rear bumpers. Can you believe they optimized those? I'm not sure if this was a requirement from Master Juanma. The overall refinement has actually taken another step up because the panel gaps are smaller. Not many people pay attention to panel gaps, but they went ahead and optimized them anyway. Moving to the side, you can see this high gloss finish on the bottom, which makes it look even more sophisticated. Look at this, even though it's a slimming layer. You know how EVs can sometimes look a bit bloated or thick from the side? To make them look more agile, they usually use black or dark trim on the side skirts. But here, they used a high gloss finish, a more refined approach. And check out this rear character line. This curve towards the back. You'll notice it kind of echoes and runs parallel to the curve of the C-pillar. So I think this agile design language, with its top-to-bottom harmony, must be another masterpiece by Master Juanma. What can I say? Someone who's worked at Ferrari is truly on another level. But on the side, we have to look at the suspension. It's got Goodyear tires, and it uses a McPherson strut setup. Front McPherson, and the rear suspension? Let's take a look. Whoa, let's check the rear suspension. Oh, guys, this is a multi-link independent rear suspension. When you have independent rear suspension paired with a 183 kilowatt rear motor pushing such a small car, I bet it'll actually feel a bit like a hot hatch. As for the 0 to 100 time, they haven't said yet, but it's likely in the 6s. Now let's look at this frameless side mirror with the little blue light. It's really impressive. But its brilliance this time isn't just about being frameless or the blue light. They did something quite crazy here. Let me reach into this gap. You can try this yourself when you visit a store. Inside here, for ultimate side mirror NVH, they've added some acoustic foam. It's the first time I've heard of putting sound-deadening foam inside the gap of a side mirror housing. Can you believe it? This is a very subtle detail that other media folks might have missed, but I've pointed it out. You can really see Xpeng put a lot of effort into the Mona's NVH, and look at this completely flush side window. Not bad, right? Actually, flush windows aren't that rare, but they've also given the Mona a hidden window seal design, which is wild. This semi-recessed door handle also meets the new national standard ahead of time. There's no learning curve with this handle. It doesn't have any complex electronic opening logic. Looking at the rear, it really has a sporty feel. Somehow back here, I'm getting the same feeling as my first test drive. That Lotus Emea vibe is just incredibly sporty, and these multi-layered taillights, I don't know why. Maybe it's just psychological, but I can't help but feel that it has some Ferrari elements. Mona L03, shouldn't they release a classic Ferrari red? If they did that, combined with these lines designed by Mr. Hu, it would be so Ferrari-esque. The first Ferrapeng for young people, right? Oh, the little blue light is right here. No problem at all. Now, here's the interesting part. Look at the surface of the trunk here. It's standard until you get to this point, where an aerodynamic vent is formed. You might think it's blocked, but if you pour water in, it flows right through. Water, please. Guys, studio shoots are tough. We'll have to clean this up later. Here we go. Pouring it from the top, and look, it comes right out. See? Now, let's see how it handles air. Oh. With the air, look, it comes right out of here too. It reminds me of a unique design philosophy called porosity logic. If you know which brand uses it, let me know in the comments. I'm sure Juanma, as a supercar designer, masters porosity better than anyone. Let's keep looking at the rear. First, let me share a personal preference. I have never really liked having license plates mounted right on the rear bumper, but Xpeng is actually an exception for me. Why is that? Look at the placement of this plate frame. It's very clever. Even though it's low, it's not at the very bottom. There's an extra layer here, which adds a lot of character. The whole rear end just screams sports car. Guys, I'm getting a close-up look at the Mona L03's taillights. The detail is incredible, and the light blending is superb. How did they achieve such great light blending on this budget? And the clever design in the trunk is even more impressive. Xpeng's product managers definitely deserve a bonus. 2 bonuses each. Look, they put 2 pegboards in the back. Can you believe it? It seemed crazy at first. But thinking about it, it actually makes sense. We always have small items with nowhere to go. If you put them in this lower compartment... Yes, there's even a small hidden well here. Impressive. Not sure if the range extender version has this, but for small items, you can just put them here. You can hang them up. Fun fact, these pegboards are compatible with IKEA accessories. Once you have a Mona L03, you can use IKEA pegboard parts seamlessly. The attention to detail is just amazing. When I first saw this, I wondered, what if someone has trypophobia? Well, if you do, you can just remove it and it becomes a normal trunk again. Also, to minimize NVH issues, they even added rubber padding to the back of these small clips. Wow, let's go. Let's see how the dimensions are back here. Oh, can it be a bed? Okay, my feet are all the way in. For a bed, my head would be right about here, so you'd still need an inflatable mattress. Now, let's see if we can work out. Oh. Let's see. It works, it works, it works. You can definitely do push-ups here. Let me see. My head can't lift it too high. Oh. This is the Mona L03. Look at the rear wheel. They even added a decorative cover. Didn't miss a thing. Not only is it a metal cover, but it's also painted. The emotional value is spot on. Hey, don't knock the cover, okay? We do what we can within the budget. All right, now let's get to the main event, the cabin. This car's cabin is a real highlight. First, let's open the door and see the major cabin upgrades. Whoa. Wait, don't film inside yet. Come on, let's film the frameless doors. Guys, look, for any car, I'm telling you, the first step to a sporty feel is having a frameless door. Frameless doors aren't easy. Even today, they cost more than frame ones. They made an SUV and actually gave it frameless doors. It's got a great vibe. But I should mention it uses single pane glass, right? I just spoke with the product manager. Usually at first glance we'd want double pane. Well, he told me the NVH specs are up to par. In principle, I believe him. Why? Because I once drove an EV with excellent NVH that also had single pane glass. Which one? The BMW iX3. So, for NVH, it's about using the right materials where needed. You don't want to overdo it and overwhelm people. Let's head back in. Guys, this MONA L03 cabin is incredible. So stylish, I can't believe this is a MONA. That's my first impression. Look at these seats. They even have the logo embedded. And there's this recessed trim here. What are they aiming for with the price? It's like a 300,000 yuan class car, but for how much? Is it that crazy? Let's look at the ambient lighting. This time it's really special. They call it 256 color soft wave lighting. Now, how it waves or stays soft, I don't know, but it's all diffuse reflection. And multi-layered at that. They've used this wave panel here, and the angles are rounded, giving it a very soft feel. I get it. I see. So that's what soft wave lighting means, right? Soft angles with a wave panel, 256 colors, and it's throughout the car on all four doors. In low light at night, it looks absolutely stunning. Oh, this sound system. 20 hi-fi speakers in a surround sound layout with AI tuning capabilities. Guys, just listen. Wow, this sound system is really punchy. 1,000 watts of total power. Guys, don't think that's low. Always remember, this is a MONA. I think they've truly given everything they could. All right, here's the highlight. Can you believe it? This might be the best car for content creators I've ever filmed because they've placed 5 1/4-inch universal mounts throughout the car. My goodness, can you believe it? One on each side here, and crucially, there's another one right here. Xpeng even developed 2 custom components, a magic mount and a base mount. You just screw it in right here. It tightens very smoothly. Then you just snap this component on top and you can film however you want. But wait, there's more. Where are the other 2 mounts? They're on the B pillars. If you fold down the seat back and attach a wide-angle lens, boom, hit action, and you've got a full panoramic view. This side can capture the front rig. And what's even more insane is this feature. They were worried you'd have all these devices without power, right? So right here by the rear view mirror, they added a USB-C port. It's not high power, just 10 watts. But man, I really appreciate that. It's like they saw us setting up all this gear for road trips and wanted to take care of us, right? Like I said, this is the ultimate car for content creators and road trips. I just had an epiphany. As the only model in this price range with 1,500 TOPS of computing power, is their goal to let more people worldwide capture their self-driving experiences. That's the idea, right? So, to help you film it self-driving, Xpeng designed all these mounts and positions on the MONA M03. Does that mean we'll be seeing a lot more camera rigs? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's keep going. Look at this small steering wheel. Many netizens used to complain that Xpeng's design language was a bit inconsistent, with every model looking different. But since the former Ferrari designer joined, things have changed. The design language is finally being unified. And the first thing to be unified is the steering wheel. At first glance, isn't it just like my P7? Is it from the same family? There's a center marker at the bottom, buttons on both sides, smart driving here, mode adjustment there, and it's this rectangular-ish flat-bottom steering wheel. Plus, I think it's slightly smaller than the one in my P7, which makes it feel much sportier. Wow, it really feels like a Ferrari. I'm not sure yet if this is a torque sensing or capacitive wheel. If it's capacitive, that would be even crazier. Right now, as I hold this tiny steering wheel, it reminds me of a famous media colleague's face. I think the steering wheel is only slightly bigger than his face. Yes, I'm talking about Drew. Laughs. Now, look up from the steering wheel. This MONA comes with an HUD. Can you believe it? A 26.8-inch WUD. It's packed with information. This is a MONA. Oh my god, it doesn't have a driver's instrument cluster. And to satisfy those who want everything and then some, even after giving you a head-up display, if you're still not used to it, you can buy a physical instrument cluster from their store and install it later, just like the one on the MONA M603. Let's keep looking at its exterior attachments. This car has so many magnetic points, I've lost count. Anyway, there's a magnetic point right here. This tissue box, right? Just snap it on here. I've always felt that putting the tissue box here is better than putting it there. Why? Because here, passengers from all sides can reach it front, back, left, and right. Of course, if you want to put it here, that's fine too. Okay, there's more. Why did I say not to put the tissue box here? They've put a 12-volt outlet here, so you can use it as a power hub. It's a double-layer design. Who says Xpeng's design elements aren't unified? Starting from the MONA L03, they're becoming more consistent. Look. Xpeng has many models where the phone charging pad is separated from this area. There are already several cars like this. This partitioned double-layer storage has become Xpeng's signature design language. As for the air vents, they've provided fully motorized hidden vents. Simple and stylish. With 40 storage spots throughout the car, they're not kidding around. Even in such a compact space, they've still included a traditional armrest box. There's even a little hook here for things like soup or drinks. It can hold up to 2 kilograms. You can hang any kind of takeout here. You see, these clever little touches are just great. How did they think of them? They added a small bag hook, and the quality of this hook is actually quite good. Over here, they've also included a 3-scent fragrance system. This is a common component. And here's the armrest. As for the armrest, there's no fridge here, no armrest fridge. Before we head to the back, let's take a look at the front passenger seat. This seat is very interesting. They've equipped it with a zero-gravity seat. Let's see how this zero-gravity thing works. The passenger seat is entering zero-gravity mode. Please be careful. Oh. Okay, I get it. I get it, guys. Let me see how far it goes. Wow, it's really zero gravity. It really is. The leg rest is coming up too. My goodness, this leg rest can even extend. Just to let you know, this is a static zero gravity mode. Because the seatbelt isn't attached directly to the seat, we should try not to use it like this while the car is moving. I think there are some safety risks if you do. So this static zero gravity mode is meant for your lunch break. And that's when a truly brilliant feature comes into play. The genius of the 40 storage spots shows up again. They've put a small drawer here, guys. A small drawer right by the left rear seat. What's the design philosophy here? Well, once you're lying down like this, you might need an eye mask, a thin blanket, or a small pillow, right? You'd want a 3-piece sleep kit. And I have exactly that kind of stuff. But my sleep kit usually just ends up scattered around the car. In zero gravity mode, you can just reach out with your left hand like this, and it's right there, perfectly within reach. Then you can turn on the seat massage. Hey, Xiaopi. Hello, Xiaopi. Oh, right, it just turned it on based on what I was saying. Now, let me tell you, the front seat massage is absolutely top tier. A 300,000 yuan level configuration, no joke. It features 14-point seat massage, and even the seat cushion has 6 massage points. It's incredible, and both front seats have it. Is the seat massage really this high-end? Is this seat cushion really this high? Rear space, wow, sitting here. The front seat is in my usual driving position, right? There's about, guys, half an arm's length here. If you measure by fists, it's about 3.5. And here, wow, it's soft. It can even be pushed in. Anyway, the space is totally enough. Remember, it's only 4,650 millimeters long, not some crazy 5-meter car. It considers how young people accept size. There are clever designs in the back. A slot here with an extension, you can mount your pad. In such a small car, it even has physical handles. I love this. I've said it many times. Any car brand doing minimalist design should include this. I see so many magnetic spots in the back. Let me demonstrate. In the rear, we can just stick things on. Look at this tissue box. Or a glasses case. Anything with a magnet works. It's 20 newtons of force. Very reasonable. You can stick it here too, right? It's a soft box. Stick it over here as well. This is so fun, sticking it everywhere. Stick, 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 right? Let's just leave it there. For the rear, there's a 5-degree manual backrest adjustment button right here. This thing, well, look, rear headroom is about 1 fist. I'm 177 centimeters tall, so what you see is what you get. The armrest here is quite clever too. For a small SUV, it's thick and soft. Sorry for the word soft, but it really is. Phone slot, cup holders, everything. This drawer has a key point. They have 2 versions of this car, and usually, in the range extended version, the fuel tank is under here, but today, both versions have this little drawer. The R&D for this drawer cost about 3 million. Why? Because for the range extended version, they had to design an E-shaped fuel tank. Internally, they call this drawer the $3 million fuel tank. Guys, remember that number, 3 million, because it'll definitely be on the test. There are over 40 different storage spots. You really have to mention the frunk. Look, just 2 clicks on the left side will open it up. It holds 102 liters, which is quite a lot. Wow, they already put a suitcase in there to show you the space. A 102-liter frunk easily fits a standard 20-inch carry-on suitcase perfectly. For this size, it's actually a pretty decent frunk. One thing I want to mention about the frunk experience is this particular distance here. Personally, I want it to be as short and as low as possible. Fortunately, the Xpeng MONA L03 SUV features a very low front end. The advantage of this? It's really easy to reach. For users around my height, look, you can pull things out without your clothes or jacket ever touching the front bumper. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. So when using the frunk daily, having it is one thing, but it being usable is another. There's still a drain hole here for washing. A washable frunk is standard now. To close it, just 2 steps. You can also press it down in one go, right? Another way is to press it once, then gently apply a bit more force, and that's it. Guys, we're almost done talking about the MONA L03. Its intelligence and product strength are exactly what you see. 2 Turing chips with a maximum of 1,500 TOPS of computing power are already on board, and VL 2.0 has also begun deployment. Let's talk about the Xpeng brand, this company. To be honest, over the past year or two, many people haven't been optimistic about Xpeng's development. But I'm firmly optimistic about this company because I've seen some strange principles in them. Before, many netizens complained that Xpeng's car making was haphazard, with every model looking different. After hearing these complaints, I can roughly understand what everyone means, but you have to know. The unification of design language takes some time. Isn't it starting to unify rapidly now? Look at MONA's SUV and sedan. They look very similar, with many common elements in the design language. It's starting to gradually unify. If it didn't unify in the first 10 years but starts in the 11th, then this unification happens very quickly. But we must see Xpeng's ambition for development. While many netizens were complaining about Xpeng, I know the so-called haphazard approach included one aspect, that Xpeng was going to launch a super extended range system. As a company that was previously determined to only do pure electric, why is Xpeng now doing super extended range? I think the MONA L03 provides almost a third of the answer. I'll emphasize it's a third because they have more plans that will gradually be revealed later. So once you have a super extended range product architecture, it means your global expansion can definitely be more composed. Using pure electric in China is undoubtedly a top-tier experience. Even if you drive a pure electric model to the foot of Mount Everest now, you can still charge it. But this incredible infrastructure construction capability globally, maybe only our country has it. But the ultimate result of extreme domestic competition is global expansion. Our Chinese intelligent connected vehicle products must eventually go global. And it's not just about hardware, it must achieve the export of intelligent software. That's the real hard tech expansion, guys. So, if you don't solve the problem of the vehicle model's foundation, I see super extended range as a foundation. If you don't solve the foundation problem, how can you carry your software? If your models are abroad and affected by infrastructure, then it will definitely create some obstacles for its hard tech and software expansion. So I believe Xpeng chose the super extended range method to carry its VL 2.0 and dual Turing chips for faster global expansion. This strategy is actually becoming clearer and clearer now. I don't think everyone should feel this company is no longer pure just because Xpeng did super extended range. On the contrary, I think they have always been unified around the goal of hard tech expansion. No more back and forth. The goal is to go global. Everything we do is for hard tech to go global. I think Xpeng's current approach might be the standard paradigm for Chinese hard tech going global. It's built on a solid base. If your country or region has great charging infrastructure, just use it as a pure EV. CLTC range is over 300 kilometers, right? For overseas users, the experience will be excellent. If you go to places like Central Asia with poor infrastructure, you can drive it like a gas car. Let's put it this way. When dealers decide to represent your export products and hear this car can take gas, those dealers' eyes just light up, you know? Well, some places simply lack the infrastructure. Once you have a powerful energy base, your VLA 2.0 and dual Turing will be much more confident going out. In this case, Xpeng's foundation model can more easily achieve an end-to-end, one-model global deployment. Guys, when Xpeng can truly achieve end-to-end global deployment, the entire valuation structure of this company will change.